Okay, timestamp August 9th, 2025. It's a little after 2. I've been up a little while now, dealing with kind of a panic attack. Got a phone call, went to bed at, you know, those days when you're half expecting another phone call, so you kind of don't want to go to bed because you know the second you do, the phone's going to ring. You know. Stayed up, had some. We're on our own schedule at this point. Had some chow with Tiny, and we just kind of talked garage sale strategy and discussed the what if. You know. Another phone call with the VA, and they're having a hard time getting Dad's breathing under control. They couldn't figure out what it was until, I guess, one of the docs did a nasal swab, and apparently he has rhinovirus, which, sadly, for those watching, does not mean that you're about to grow a horn, because that sounds kind of cool, you know, like half a Hellboy kind of thing going on. It's not what it is. So, my dad is in fact ill, on top of ill, and he keeps talking about wanting to see Mom. So I don't know where we're headed with this, you know. Got another call. I finally laid down. Sun was coming up. I think it was probably about 6 a.m. Got some garage sale stuff ready. I know we're not doing a garage sale today because, number one, it's late. Number two, it's getting ready to rain, I think. And number three, I just got up, you know. You want to set up for a garage sale at sunrise, not be going to bed at sunrise. But, you know. My parents have been incredibly inconvenient the past couple of years. I got a phone call at some point. I don't even know what time it was when the call came in. I could look at my phone log if I really had a burning need. But I guess it was the next doctor coming on shift, letting me know that he was still having difficulty breathing. And she had tried to get a hold of my dad's wife, which is Mom, of course, and couldn't get through there, so called me. Dad was saying that he wanted to see his wife. And I let the doc know that his wife, my mom, passed on May 8th. And I'm mostly at peace with it, you know? Is it? Exactly. It was a 2-year plus roller coaster of bad health with bad choices, making the bad health worse. So, I mean, my entire family had been expecting it. I spent 2 years honestly waiting for that phone call. Not waiting with, yeah, come on, but that dread, that anticipation of, today's the day I'm going to get the phone call from the hospital. You know what I mean? On 3 different occasions, she had collapsed, once in the front yard. You know, Dad's not understanding how to use the phone to call 911. The neighbors are calling 911 for him, for her. And we know about all this stuff because even though my parents were like, don't tell the kids, Brian down the street, bless him, was calling us and letting us know, hey, they just took your mom to the hospital again. That's another reason that I think that there was cognitive decline with my mom. More so than we realized is there was a paranoia factor there. The idea of don't tell the, gold digging kids that, we're in the hospital, they're trying to take over everything, rahaha. It's like if we were trying to take over everything 2 years ago, we would have gone to court. I was respecting your wishes and letting you. Okay, if you're a Doctor Who fan, you might understand where I'm coming from on this one. I kind of equated the whole situation to the way the Doctor equated the Weeping Angels. Because in the early stuff with the Weeping Angels, they don't kill you. They just shoot you back in time. And something he said stuck with me. He said that, they don't kill you, they let you live yourselves to death. And that was kind of my wife and my stance on it was, you want us out of the picture, clearly. You're accusing us of all kinds of crazy shit that did not happen. And we've even proven that it didn't happen, and you're still like, but you did this. And it's like, how did we take that thing you're talking about? Because that thing that we took is right there. But dementia. And again, we think my mom was further along than anybody realized. This is before the fish people. We backed off, They wanted our help, then they slammed the door in our face. And number one, we didn't want to get sucked back in to where we'd, if we tried too hard to, gain their confidence, they could just pull the rug out again. And number two, you want to make the bad choices that you want to make, we'll let you live yourselves to death. And it's not a mean thing, it's you don't want our help. We see the path you're on, but you're not going to listen to anybody, even if they're making more sense than you are. So, you do you, boo. It wasn't apathy, it was the acknowledgement that there was nothing we could really do short of trying to take control of their lives, like legally. Which I did eventually with Dad, but that was 2 years and 1,000 mistakes later. And I was trying not to get 2,000 mistakes. Because I just knew a bag boy at the local store was going to get shot or something. You know what I mean? So, spent 2 years pretty much expecting that phone call at any time. It's curious. Harry and David breakfast blend. Hold on a second. You didn't even notice I was gone. I'm hurt. Yeah, that was Tanner barking at the front door. He normally only does that when there's somebody there. There's nobody there. It's curious. From a Doctor Who trivia standpoint, I went to bed during the Mind Robber, Patrick Troughton, and woke up with the War Games, Patrick Troughton. Both pretty cool episodes, actually. It's curious. But, Yeah, yeah. So let them live themselves to death, knowing that we were going to get that phone call, those phone calls. And, all the while getting phone calls from Brian, hey, your dad's in the front yard crying because your mom's in the hospital. You know, he's got a gun, he's wandering up and down the street, those kind of phone calls. That's when we were like, okay, we have to step in at this point. It's out of control. The doc seemed kind of embarrassed about the try to get a hold of your mother thing. But to me, I was just like, it's no big deal. We spent the past 2.5 years mourning something we knew was coming. Watching the car accident happen, knowing that we could have stopped it, and also knowing that we weren't being allowed to stop it. So, Dad could bounce from this. He could. But I'm concerned. Mind over matter if he's that dead set on seeing his wife again. There's one scenario where that could happen, That means I get that phone call again. And it's nothing I can necessarily stop. But yeah, Tiny and I were discussing the what if, because we have to be the grown-ups in the room and be practical about, if that does happen, what do we do? And I know rhinovirus is not necessarily a huge deal, but it can still kill you. The man has a heart condition and COPD, and he wants to see his wife, who is gone. I don't know. So, I want to take a shower. I know that. And I also don't want to not be able to answer the phone, within the first or second ring. Because I feel like I'm on standby alert again. So, the man, the money. At some point I'm going to sneak a shower in. I wish I had a waterproof cell phone. I'm going to be doing some laundry today. I need to wash the cat carrier that Jane is transported in, because strangely enough it smells like pee. I gotta drug him again here in a couple minutes because we're coming up on the 12-hour period. Got some garage sale stuff prepped last night during chow and talk. Obviously we're not doing it today. Maybe we'll set up for tomorrow. Maybe it's just going to be an eBay weekend. I don't know yet. We'll be doing some eBay today too. Take some pictures. Get them up. Keep moving forward. God, there's nothing I can do to change other circumstances, so I got to work on the things that I can change, right? Try not to freak out on the inside. Not sure how that last one's going to go. I will keep you posted, obviously. Make it a great day.